Has anyone ever told you that thoughts become things? Or you ain't never heard that? Has anyone ever told you that you gotta speak things into existence? I know you heard that one. Has anyone ever told you, don't talk like that? Because if you talk like that, those type of things might happen. See, you got to be very careful about what comes out your mouth, see? Because that tongue you got, that's a sword. That tongue you got could be the reason you live or you die. And that brain that you got could be the difference between life and death for you. If you have the will to live, then you will live. The brain is very powerful. If you laying on your deathbed and everybody think you gonna die, but you have the will to live, they don't even know that you laying on that bed fighting for your life. And whatever situation you in, you can come out of that situation if it's God's will and if you have the will to live. See, I believe that the Most High gave us free will to think whatever we want to think. So you got to remain strong. You can't be weak out here. You got to think strong. And if you think strong, then you'll be strong. You see what I'm saying? And you could have anything in this world that you want. You can make things possible. You got to put your mind to it, and then you got to put your grind to it. See, you can't just put your mind to it and leave it at that. I did say thoughts become things, but you also got to put your grind to it. You see, faith without works is dead. See, you can have faith in anything, but if you don't put that work in, you ain't gonna get it. If you want that certain type of vehicle, you gotta put the work in and show a little bit of discipline and save up your money or build your credit up, however you want to approach the situation. But you gotta put your grind to it, see? You can't just put your mind to it. Nah, it don't work like that. Nah, it ain't never worked like that. Trust and believe. I done been in situations where I thought that it would be like this forever. I remember I lost my license for like 10 years. I ain't had no license. I had a few cars, but they would get taken from me by the police, and I would mess my license up even more. And then there was a period of my life where I would be on a bus stop with my kid's mom and Sadira when she was little. She would be in a stroller. Maybe we was going to the mall. And I would see the young boys riding past. They might have been in their mama's car, they might have been in their car, but they riding past, you know what I'm saying? What's up, Lib? What's up, Lib? While I'm on the bus stop. And I would see other people that I don't know. They riding past, checking out my baby mom, and they riding and they smoking weed and the music playing loud. And back then, you know, I used to love that weed. I was just embarrassed. You know what I mean? One day I was on that bus stop. I said, man, look, I'm about to change all of this. I'm about to change all of this. I'm not going to be out here like this. And I did what I had to do. I got my paper together and I went and bought a little Mercury for $2,800. But before I did that, I had to take a trip down to motor vehicles to get a few things right. I had to take a trip down to the police station to pay a few fines. I had to get my paperwork back in order, but I had to take those necessary steps, you see? There's no elevator to success. You gotta take the steps. You cannot look at a situation that you wanna be in and think that it's just gonna automatically happen overnight. You have to take all the steps. You have to climb, you know what I'm saying? You gotta crawl before you walk. And once you learn how to walk, then you can learn how to jog. You become good at jogging, you start running. And in between all of that, you might have to do a little climbing to get to where you need to get to. But you're not just gonna get there. Nothing's gonna fall in your lap. Even if you ain't got nothing in your pocket but some lint, you still gotta think like a champion. You gotta, cause I remember I used to say, I'm broke. I'm broke. My wife say, nah, you ain't broke. You ain't never broke. You just ain't got it right now, but you ain't never broke. Or, you know, you might think you broke, but you're using your money on other things that's important, you ain't really broke. You got to think like a champion. You got to know that whatever I want, I'm going to get. You got to understand that time is not your friend. You can't be out here wasting time. You know what I mean? Because what's going to happen is time is going to fly by, and you're going to be talking about what you shoulda, coulda, woulda did, but you didn't do. Time is not your friend. You got to get out here right now and don't waste another minute of your time doing it. Thoughts become things. Put your mind to it and put your grind to it. Speak that thing into existence and work the necessary things that you got to do to make it happen. Don't be looking for no handouts. Do what you got to do to get right. Let me tell you, man, I came a long way, a long way. I never thought that my life would be as good as it is today. But it wasn't my plan, it was God's plan. But I tell you one thing, God helped those who help themselves. I had to make a conscious decision to do right, the same way that I was making them conscious decisions to gamble up all my money, the same way I was making them conscious decisions to smoke up all my money, the same way I was making those conscious decisions to not save my money, the same way I was making those conscious decisions not to make no money and just sit around and be high all day and do nothing all day. I had to make another conscious decision that I'm gonna stop doing all of that, that I'm gonna get better. You know what I'm saying? I don't want this for my life. I want better for myself. You know what I mean? I'm tired of being alone. I want a wife. I'm tired of renting these rooms in these nasty rooming houses, sharing bathrooms with complete strangers, sharing bathrooms with crackheads. I wanted something different. I went and bought a house. I'm tired of bumming rides and catching cabs and Uber and all of that. I got 2 cars now. This is the type of thinking that you have to have. And anything could happen. And you gotta work. You gotta work. And time is not your friend. You ain't got time to be wasting time. And don't nobody want to hear all that complaining either, man. Keep your complaints. Because I'm gonna tell you something, man. I got a whole lot going on my end. And I got my own worries, my own things that stress me out. I don't want to hear your stress. Nobody wants to hear your stress. Keep that to yourself. Deal with it. Learn how to pray. You know what I'm saying? If you don't know what your next move is and you feel really frustrated, talk to the Most High. Learn how to pray. Pray in a tongue that's the best way you know how. There's no specific format that you need to talk to God. Talk to God the best way you know how to talk to God. And stand on what you say and be very specific in the things that you ask for, because you just might get what you asking for. Be very specific. You know what I mean? I just wanted to give you some encouragement, you know what I'm saying? That you could do it, man. You could do it, sis. You know what I'm saying? You ain't gotta be stagnated. Have patience. Patience is gonna take you a long way. And if you listen to me, I promise you, everything gonna go your way. But you gotta make it go your way. Peace.